Are there any more? No, no, I can still go on. Let her in. Welcome. Please come in and have a seat. Make yourself comfortable. You can leave us now. No, it'll be fine. We're all friends here after all. The criminal underworld has to stick together, am I right? Oh, yes, we're not supposed to call it that, are we? I apologize. I am still learning the ropes of this new position I found myself in. Anyway, please leave us alone. I'm sure nothing dangerous will happen. Your guys also searched her for weapons when she came in, didn't they? See? All will be fine. So, just go. Yes, thank you. I appreciate how worried you always are about me. I am so sorry you had to see that. I hope you didn't feel offended by his suspicions. Thank you for being so understanding. My bodyguards mean well, but they can be a bit overzealous in their care from time to time, especially with what happened to my father. Oh, that is so nice of you to say. Your condolences are truly appreciated. His sudden passing came as a surprise to us all, and now I find myself filling his shoes. But so many of the city's other families have already sent their condolences as well. It truly warms my heart to see how well respected he was in this business. You brought something more. Oh, that is a beautiful flower arrangement. I'll make sure to lay this on my father's grave the next time I visit. And you said your family head picked it out herself. How is your mother, by the way? I only remember seeing her once at that big negotiation a few years ago. That is so good to hear. It can be easy, managing the second largest family in town. I still don't know how my father could lead one that is even bigger. Please give your mother my regards when you return. Now, this can't have been the only reason for your visit. Am I right? Why don't you go ahead and tell me what else you've brought for me? Just your condolences. Forgive me for doubting that. The other families all took the opportunity to propose some kind of deal as well. So why would you be any different? The only reason that your family took so long to send their regards is because you were still busy trying to figure out how to best use my father's death. Cut the shit. I am well aware that your mother sent you to... what? Seduce me? Or just manipulate me into doing your bidding? Why are you acting so surprised? You are not the only child who grew up in this cutthroat world. I can see right through your every move, just as I can see through everyone else's. The useless child? Yes, that certainly is the image I've built for myself over the years. Did you know that I even introduced that specific nickname? All it took were the right rumors at the right time and place, whispered into the right ears. It is so much better to be feared for your position and underestimated for your abilities than the other way around, especially in this business. I prefer only the ones who work directly with me to know my true nature. Everyone else can keep thinking of me as the naive, spoiled, eldest son of the city's most influential family. And keeps them from crossing me without thinking, but makes them careless enough to make mistakes. Oh, your face speaks volumes, even when you do not want it to. Why did I not reveal my intentions sooner to you? That's what you're asking yourself, isn't it? To be honest, I was going to humor your attempts at fulfilling your mother's oh so secret mission. But it was just so pathetic to watch that I couldn't bear it anymore. The awkward ways you snuck seductive glances at me, played with your hair, and even tried to establish skin contact were all so obvious. You have such a pretty face, but none of the skills to use it properly. Are those tears I see in your eyes? No, don't try to appeal to my sympathy now. I can see those tears for what they are. Not tears of sadness or fear, but tears of anger and frustration. That pouting face of yours may just be more effective at rousing my interest than anything you've tried before. But trust me, you don't want me to do the things it makes me want to do to you. Now that we've got the pleasantries out of the way, would you please just show me whatever business proposal you have in that bag of yours? I bet you even brought a pretty looking folder with fancy looking graphs and tables and everything. I'm right, aren't I? This is just precious. That's more like it. Let me take a look at it. Colorful design, check. Graphs, check. Tables, check. Extremely disadvantageous terms for my family, check. Oh, it is refreshing to see how stupid you really think I am. Your people must have worked so long and hard at this proposal, trying to squeeze as much use out of me as you possibly could. Well, as you might have gathered from my reaction, your proposal is rejected. But since you went through the trouble of getting me such a nice folder, I have a similar one for you. Please take a nice, long look at it. That's right. Those are all pictures of your family's operations. Not all of them, but definitely enough to earn every single one of your members a nice long stay at the Crowbar Hotel. In the right hands, this folder could implode your entire organization within a single night. And it doesn't stop at just the pictures, by the way. There's everyone's home addresses, all your hideouts and warehouses, and so much more evidence. And this here is the coup de grace, la pièce de résistance. So you do recognize it. Yes, that is indeed your family's ledger. The one that supposedly was burnt to ashes a few weeks ago. Only that it wasn't. But that much should be obvious by now, even to you. Now, well, I happened to come into contact with a certain someone within your family who had enough reason to be close to the ledger to be able to facilitate an incident. Scary, isn't it? Really makes you wonder who else of your trusted members is on my payroll. What's gonna happen now? I'll tell you what. First, you're gonna take this folder back to your mother. She will think about it for a night or two, just to give herself the illusion of having some control over the situation. Then, she will follow the demands I've written down in this envelope anyway. Because she doesn't actually have a choice, and she will know that just as well as I do. You look curious again. Fine, I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. See how the demands involve you? There are basically two demands. The first one is that she is to step down from her position as the head of the family and yield the position to you. I don't care which kind of explanation or excuse she gives the others, so long as it's believable. The second demand is that she personally marries you to me. You look so surprised. Surprised and a bit frightened, now that I take a closer look, like a helpless little mouse cowering in front of a snake. Say, do you mind if I call you that from now on? Little mouse? Why am I doing all of that? Have you never heard of a political marriage before, little mouse? Though, I guess this one is a tad bit unconventional. The leader of the second largest criminal organization being led to the altar by the previous leader, and being married into another family. Oh, the confusion and humiliation that every single one of your underlings must feel at that. Simply exhilarating. And it will completely shake up this game board that I so carefully prepared. Oh, yes, I prepared. Do you still think my sudden rise to power was a coincidence, little mouse? No, no. I've been spinning my web for years now, moving all the game pieces into the right places and waiting for the opportunity to strike. Did I kill my father? I'm going to leave that answer up to your imagination, little mouse. He was weak and never knew how to rise to true greatness, despite everything in his disposal. I will make much better use of his resources than he ever could. Under my rule, the families will finally be united and form an actual front against the law and order. The city will be ours. No, no, the other families won't do anything. At least, not until it's too late. I don't mind telling you a little secret that no one else knows. I have dirt on every single one of them. They all just believe that they're the only one, that I came across it by accident. So they'll sit back and wait until one of the others takes the first shot at me, so they don't have to suffer my retaliation. Why am I telling you this? Simple. Because you won't be able to do anything about it. You will walk out of here freely, but you will be painfully aware of the invisible chains and threads that bind you to me. But don't worry, I take good care of my things. As long as you don't act up and behave well enough, you will want for nothing, little mouse. Now that I've finally obtained you, I am never going to let you go. Never. See who finally used her pretty little head for some thinking? If you can pick up on things like that, you may have more use than I initially thought. Yes, I said finally. I had my eyes on you for years, ever since we met at that big negotiation. You were the only one close to me in age and status, so I naturally paid attention to you. There's just something poetic about a younger generation overthrowing their parents and leading their way into a brighter future, isn't it? So, I spent the last years plotting, planning, scheming, or whatever else you want to call it, trying to find the best way to obtain you and achieve my goal. I spied, I threatened, I blackmailed, and I hurt people, all in order to move all the pieces into the exact positions they're in now. You might act frightened and shocked right now, but I can see in your eyes that you're beginning to warm up to the idea, little mouse. Now, I don't know if it's because you simply gave up when resisting me, or if you genuinely find the idea of ruling by my side intriguing, and it does not matter to me as long as the end result stays the same. So why don't you take a bit of time for yourself and use that pretty little head of yours to figure that part out first? After you take this folder and my demands back to your mother, of course. If there is nothing else, please let me escort you to your car. No, please, I insist. It really will be no trouble at all. I know that you can find your way back yourself, but I'd be a terrible host if I just sent you on your way from here, and I don't want to reveal that side of my people just yet. Hey everybody, it's Prince Kairo, and thank you all so much for listening to this audio. I want to give a very special thanks to my patrons, and I do want to let you know that I am aware that for those of you listening on YouTube, you don't see the background with all of you guys' names on there. I was having some technical difficulties and I couldn't exactly get it to function, and I'm very sorry about that. I can get that fixed likely by the next upload, but I figured you guys at least needed to get this out. So, special thanks to Asteria, Dazed, Nef the Havoc One, Suki Dawn, Kitty Cat Cosplay, Forsythia McTuckert, Kimmy Peel, Alexandra Cummings, Kimmeroni, Honeycomb, Bridget Either, Sefet, Joanna Ingval, Kaylee, Samara Pini, Zenish, Cece, Melanie Esquivel, Needy Fish, Alicia, Bo, Lavette Raina Thornton, Linny, Chubby Dumpling, Yolanda, Ehe, Peyton Maytige, Moonburb, Sheethick, Ghost is a Good Boy, Izumi Snow, Ryan, Emily Ashby, M, Danny Noir, Tammy Lytle, Forest Kid, Maria Esch, Clayboy, Snake Sweetie, Dominique Williams, Ophelia Dawn, Ascari, Audrelac, Shanta, Madly Fox, White Kitsune, Ragi, Becky Morlack, Hunter, No Thoughts, Head Empty, Ashley Rugon, Lucky Boy, Leave Me Alone, Lauren Walker, Ashley Rictus, Cassandra Reyes, Luna Reaper Clark, Cheyenne Lynch, The Great Girl, T. Briscoe, Nell Bell, Lisa, Lucio, Frostfor567, Cicero Phoenix, Leona Whiteknife, Coffee Addicted Snake, Savannah Molina, Angelica DeCastro, Potato Buns, Rebecca Huckstep, Kat, Courtney Hudson, Carmen D, Hugo Z, Hugo Ziliani, Esther Felosi, Moon, Abby, Arbitrary Descripticism, Tarnished, Charlie, Random Maria, Kitty Height, Pollyann, Skaven Warlock, Marina Ularu, Angel K, Witch of the Barely Coast, Elliot the Ghost, Ava Jackson, Shalene Saruga, Featrish, Tad Sassy, Cozy Sloth, Emlon Lama, Caitlin, Blank Papaya, Sarah, Alvin Simi, Alex Style, Depressed Pancakes, Coffee Addicted Kitten, Kim Taehyun, Kokushibo, Lai, Doichi, Mushroom Queen, Willa, Jude, Raven Still, Mad Hatter, Nova Parker, Washu72, Gimme Clancy, Pluto Frog, Shadowcat, Lynn Whitting, Vicky, Kaylee, Zippy Pop 219, Follow Lily, Vengeance Blood Rose, Viscit, Mermaid, Limelight Soda, and very special thanks to my precious pets, Nightmare, Ghost, Nikki Pele, and Unknown Goth. Thank you all so much. Without you all support, my content would not be possible. Thank you all so much for listening to my audios. This has been Prince Kairo, and remember that your prince loves you all. Mwah. Okay.